Hello, so today we're going to have a look at how speed and distance time graphs are related. Now please make sure your phone is off so as not to distract you. You've not got the TV on or any music in the background, and you have pen and paper or your booklet to take notes and answer the questions. Occasionally you may see this yellow banner appearing. At that time I'd like you to pause the video and complete the task. Now you can pause the video and make sure you are set up to watch the rest of it. You should now be ready to begin the session. And we're going to have a look first at what is speed. Now, speed is a measure of how far an object moves in a unit time. We've all probably used the term speed before, and we all probably roughly know what it means. It's how far an object moves in a unit of time, so how long it takes to travel a certain distance. And we measure speed in meters per second. And we can work the speed of an object out using the following equation. Speed in meters per second equals the distance in meters divided by the time in seconds. If we have a look at the units we've got meters per second, meters divided by seconds, which is what we have on this side, meters per second. We can always work it out using our units as well. Now sometimes we use other units for speed, distance and time, such as kilometers per hour. So in that case we would have kilometers per hour here. Our distance would be kilometers and our time would be an hour. We can also use miles per hour, meters per hour, kilometers per second. We can change them all around as long as we make sure that our units here match the units on the other side. So our units for speed match the units for distance and time. We're now going to calculate the speed of some objects. This first one I'm going to do with you. So we have a car travelling 300 meters in 30 seconds. What is its average speed? I'm going to write down my equation. So my speed equals my distance divided by my time. My distance I've got here. I'll label that as distance. And my time I've got here. So I can now go, my speed equals 300 meters divided by 30 seconds. I do that on my calculator. I do 300 divided by 30 and I get 10 meters per second. I'll travel 10 meters every second. There's now two more questions on the screen for you. Please pause the video to calculate these ones. Pay special attention to the one on question 3 when we look at the time. Make sure we have that time in seconds. You should now have answered those two questions. The answers are on the screen now. Well done if you got those both correct. If not, have a look again at how I did question 1. Now sometimes we need to work out something other than speed, so we need to rearrange our equation. So let's have a look at this first question here. Fred walked from his parents' farm into a town nearby at a steady speed. What's my speed there? I'm going to label that one. At 5 kilometers per hour. The journey took 3 hours. Well, that's my time. How far did Fred walk? Now you might have noticed we've gone from meters per second into kilometers per hour and hours. That's fine. We can still do the same calculations. Now this time we need to work out how far Fred walked. So we're going to have our equation still. Speed equals distance divided by time. I'm looking at this and going, I need to rearrange it to make distance the subject. To do that, I'm going to multiply both sides by time. Times both sides by time. And that will give me speed times time equals my distance. I'm now having a look. Have I got distance by itself? And I've got, yep, and I've got speed times time. Yes, I'm happy with that. I'm not just going to stick the numbers in and divide them. I'm not going to try and take the easy route and just guess. I'm going to rearrange my equation so that I know it's going to work. I can now put my numbers in. So my speed is 5 kilometers per hour. My time is 3 hours. That will equal my distance. Therefore, my distance is 3 times 5, which equals 15 kilometers. That is my answer there. Have a look at the next two questions. First one, you're working out the displacement or distance, and the second one, you're working out the time. You need to rearrange the equation for both of them. Please pause the video to complete the questions. You should now have completed the questions. The answers are on the screen. Well done if you've got them both right. We're now going to have a look at distance time graphs. And we can use distance time graphs to see how an object is moving. And we can get an idea of its speed and whether it's resting just by looking at the graph. Now we plot time on the x-axis and distance on the y-axis. The gradient of the graph, so how steep the line is that we draw, can give us a lot of information. Having a look at this graph here, I notice I've got time on my x-axis and distance on my y-axis, and I can plot a point. We've got three lines on here. I have a line that is going straight across. This point we are stationary. Our distance doesn't change. We are still 2 meters from where we started, and we have stayed at 2 meters. We're not moving. We then have a blue line and an orange line. Both of these show a constant speed because they are straight lines. However, this blue line, because it is a steeper line, shows that it is a higher speed, because in this time we've travelled 4 meters in 2 seconds, and on this one we've travelled 4 meters in 4 seconds, and this one is going twice the speed. And the gradient is very, very useful, because if we look at the gradient we can work out the speed. So the gradient equals our speed. I'll write that down there for you. So the gradient equals the speed. Got a bit here about calculating our gradient. We have our change in y divided by our change in x. So our change in distance divided by our change in time. Distance divided by time. There are now some questions for you to complete about the journey of a motorbike. Please pause the video to complete those questions. The answers are appearing on the screen now. Well done if you've got those correct. And now some more questions for you to complete. Please pause the video to complete these questions. The answers are appearing on screen now. Well done if you've got those correct. Thank you very much for watching. If you do have any questions, please do get in touch with me via email. Have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care. Bye bye.